When I was 8, I stayed up late at night watching television. My mother always told me to never turn on the television at exactly 4:44 a.m. If you ever did, you would hear clicks and heavy breathing in the next room. If you do go check, a black shadow with red eyes will glare at you. They also told me if I wore another person's glasses, I will see that person's death. It's true. I put on my mother's glasses, and since then, I've always been a little fearful of my father. During your day, there are probably half a dozen moments where you can't see, if only for a split second. Not like blinking, of course that's far too quick. Just that moment when you're taking off your shirt, or wiping your face with your towel. That brief instant where you're plunged into darkness. Every time this occurs, you're playing roulette. A game. Unbeknownst to you, of course. Every time that happens, there's something waiting, eagerly, to pull you into that darkness. That only happens if you lose, of course. One day you might open your eyes to find you're not where you were before. There are unsolved missing person cases every week. Those people, they lost. In Corona, California, there was once a road known by most locals as the Never-Ending Road. Specifically, the road's true name was the Lester Road. Now over 20 years later, the landscape of Corona has changed, and the Never-Ending Road is no more. However, years ago, Lester Road was an unlit road that people claimed became a never-ending road when driven at night. The people who made such a drive were never seen from again. The legend became so well known that people refused to even drive Lester Road during the day. One night, like many teens my age, I drove up Lester Road, but only a short distance, and in my headlights, it did not look like it went on forever. Frightened, I quickly turned around, because if I continued up the road, I thought I might never return again. Perpetuation of the legend convinced local law enforcement to investigate. Lester Road took a sharp left turn at its end, and there was no guardrails. Beyond the curve lay a canyon, and on the other side of the canyon was another road that lined up so well with Lester Road that when viewed from the correct angle, especially at night, the canyon vanished from sight, and the road seemed to continue up and over the hill on the other side of the canyon. Upon investigation of the canyon, dozens of cars were found, fallen to their doom, with decomposing bodies of victims still strapped to their seats. During the summer of 1983, in a quiet town near Minneapolis, Minnesota, the charred body of a woman was found inside of a kitchen stove of a small farmhouse. A video camera was also found in the kitchen, standing on a tripod and pointing at the oven. No tape was found inside the camera at the time. Although the scene was originally labeled as a homicide by police, an unmarked VHS tape was later discovered at the bottom of the farm's well, which had apparently dried up earlier that year. Despite its worn condition and the fact that it contained no audio, police were still able to view the contents of the tape. It depicted a woman recording herself in front of a video camera, seemingly using the same camera the police found in the kitchen. After positioning the camera to include both her and her kitchen stove in the image, the tape then showed her turning on the oven, opening the door and crawling inside, and then closing the door behind her. 8 minutes into the video, the oven could be seen shaking violently, after which, point-thick black smoke could be seen emanating from it. The camera then continued to a stationary point at the oven for another 45 minutes, until the batteries apparently died. To avoid disturbing the local community, police never released any information about the tape, or even the fact that it was found. Police were also not able to determine who put the tape in as well, or why the physical stature of the woman on the tape did not in any way resemble the stature of the woman found in the oven. There is a video on YouTube named Miranda Mortegard Gleskov. If you search this, you will find nothing. The few times you do find something, all you will see is a 20-second video of a man staring intently at you, expressionless, then grinning for the last 2 seconds. The background is undefined. This is the only part of the actual video. The full video lasts 2 minutes and was removed by YouTube after 153 people who viewed this video gouged their eyes out and mailed them to YouTube's main office in San Bruno. Said people had also committed suicide in various ways. It is not yet known how they managed to mail their eyes after gouging them out, and the cryptic inscriptions they've carved on their forearms has not yet been deciphered. YouTube will periodically put the first 20 seconds of the video to quell suspicions, so that people will not go looking for the real thing and upload it. The video itself was only viewed by one YouTube staff member, who started screaming after 45 seconds. This man is under constant sedatives, and is apparently unable to recall what he saw. The other people who were in the same room as him while he viewed it, and turned off the video for him, say that all they can hear was a high-pitched drilling sound. None of them dared look at the screen. The person who uploaded the video was never found, the IP address being non-existent, and the man on the video has never been identified.